Hey, what's going on, guys? So I went to I actually stopped by. I decided to go to two different Walmarts, and just like, hey, what's going on in these Walmarts? Because what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing is that, like I mentioned in my last video, is that I'm hearing this thing about this Prizm hanger that's exclusive for Walmart, and to me that didn't really make sense because I thought hangers were just hangers, and that Target sells them, Walmart sells them. But I do know that I have seen those hangers, and I've seen them on offer up in my area, so I know that someone's bought them somewhere near where I live. So I decided to go check a couple Walmarts, and man, first of all, both these Walmarts were super packed, and I don't know what it is. I feel like I got sent to a parallel universe because, everyone that I ask, hey, do you guys have sports cards? Almost everyone, I mean, 95%, they're just like, they don't know what I mean. And then when I say it again, they say, oh, I haven't seen those here. I talked to this one lady at one of the Walmarts, and she did say, oh, I've been wanting to get back into collecting too because I collect Pokemon. So I was like, okay, cool. And then she said, oh, do you know Amy in the toy department? And I'm like, no, I don't know Amy. And she's like, oh, okay, well, she has a name tag. I'm like, okay, cool. So she was telling me to go check with her. So I go in the toy department, and I'm like thinking, okay, am I going to find Amy, or not? Is Amy working today? I don't know. I have no idea who Amy really is. But I walk around, I find a lady in the toy department, and guess who it is? It was Amy. And so I was like, hey, excuse me, I'm trying to find out, do you guys sell sports cards? And she just was like, no. And she's like, a lot of people ask me because I am in the toy department, but we don't sell them here. She's like, I would check in the front. She's like, usually they'd be somewhere by the registers. But what she said was, she's like, I haven't seen them in a long time. So I'm like, okay. And that's pretty much it on that. And then it's just random people that you ask, you just never know what you're going to get. Almost everybody else that I asked, they were just like, no, we don't know. And so that was it. So I was just like, man, but I seriously feel like I'm at square one when I walk into these Walmarts. And I actually picked two different Walmarts that are not really near where I live. And I'm like, man, where would they even put the cards? And it's just, you ask people, and, I asked a security guard once, and he's like, okay, let me see if I can help you. And he's like, sports cards? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, you might want to just go online and to buy those. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, yeah. But it's just challenging, man. I mean, seriously, it's like square one. It's like the video that I did on January 1st of this year, which seems so long ago. But I went to like 17 different stores and found nothing. But that's kind of how I felt after going to those two Walmarts. I guess I'm just gonna have to pick it back up next week and see how it goes. I might have to hit up more Walmarts. Obviously, I'm probably most likely not going to go into a Target before Friday, but we'll see how that goes. But if you guys have any other information or heard of anything, seen anything, feel free to add a comment. I appreciate it. Hope you guys are all doing well, and I'm out.